Okay, this is a new story and it's called Tom Thumb. That is the title, Tom Thumb. Now look at the picture. What can you see? I can see some insects like maybe a mosquito, dragonfly, spider, and I can see a man. But does the man look very big? Look how big the dragonfly is. Is the little man just bigger than the dragonfly? Is he very, very small? Yes, he is very small. Look at your thumb. He is the same size as your thumb. That's why his name is Tom Thumb. Okay, he's very, very small. All right, let's read the story. Tom Thumb. Tom Thumb was small. In fact, he was no bigger than a man's thumb. His bed was a matchbox. Can you see that? It's very small. That's his bed. And his bath was an egg cup. Egg cup is very small. It's what we put the egg in to eat. His cap was a button. Can you see that on his head? His belt was an elastic band, and his jacket was lent to him by a doll. Very small. He skipped with the insects, and he chatted to the finches and the frogs. Finches are small birds, okay? They were his friends, the insects and the little birds and the frogs. They were his friends. It was when Tom Thumb was visiting the frogs that things went badly wrong. A big fish spotted him jumping into the pond. It swam up to him and gulp! It snapped him up. Help! Yelled Tom Thumb from the fish's tummy. Oh no! What happened to Tom Thumb? Did he get eaten by the fish? Dear. A man was fishing from the bank with a rod. Can you see his rod? Big tall stick. And a bit of string. Can you see the string on the stick? When he pulled in the string, a big fish was on the end of it. Off he went to sell the fish to the king's chef. What is a chef? Okay, a chef is a cook, somebody who cooks the food. The king's chef is the person who cooks the food for the king. In his kitchen, the king's chef cut the fish up. He must have felt shocked when out stepped Tom Thumb. Can you see Tom Thumb on the table? Can you see how small he is? What can I do with this little chap? The chef said to himself. He had a think. Then he popped Tom Thumb into the king's plum pudding. Plum pudding is like a big cake, okay? When the pudding was cut, out stepped Tom Thumb. He jumped into the king's dish, crossed his legs and grinned at the king. Grinned means smiled, okay? The king clapped and clapped. "Thank you," he said to the chef, and handed him a big bag of gold. "What a splendid little chap! He can do tricks for my guests when I have a banquet." Okay, guests means his friends that come to his house, his palace. Okay, that's guests means his friends. And banquet is like a party with lots of food. Okay? So, the king kept Tom Thumb. He dressed him in velvet and silk, that means beautiful clothes, and presented him with a little tin drum. When the king had a banquet, Tom Thumb banged on his drum and did tricks for the guests. The guests clapped and lifted their goblets, saying, "Let's all drink to Tom Thumb." The end. Okay, now you try and read that story yourself. Maybe you can listen to me, Mrs. Vicky, reading again, and then you try to read it yourself. Okay, bye-bye.